I remember when I was in my teens, I had a friend who was part of this other group. And it was kind of neat because you'd have a school and that was your tribe. And some of those kids that you go to school with, well, they knew some friends from another school or from another district, and they would go and hang out with this. Like, what, you're hanging out with other tribe members? What the hell? Who are these people that you're talking about? And he would come back with these stories, and they were a little bit older than him. He might have been 16, they might have been like late teens, early 20s, you know, kind of getting into the professional world, but they would role play together. And they were a very different bunch of guys. Like, we were sort of wheedly nerds. These guys are like big buff dance club guys. I don't know how the heck he met them, but he did. And he would come back with these stories. Man, these guys are like gods, and we had this really cool game, and we did this cool thing. And I was like, I want to play with you. Like, can you bring me? He says, oh, I don't know, man. You may not be cool enough. You know, like, he brings me out, and they were a great bunch. They said, "Oh yeah, you're Mark. We heard about you. Yeah, come on, sit down, and we'll." And I was like, "Okay, thanks, guys." You know, and but there was this machismo there. Like, there was a lot of sort of Italian, sort of like, you know that sort of routine you get into when you're in The Sopranos. Like, what do you mean I'm funny? You know, what are you saying? What do you mean by that? And then just sort of back and forth. But it's kind of just this brotherly kind of pushing and shoving. So that was, imagine that in D&D. And
I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I've been there.
You've been there. But they were playing a Star Wars game that one of the guys had come up with. There was this guy named Raymond who was like this computer nerdy kind of guy. I don't know how he got involved, but he was really good at, there needs to be a Star Wars game. There was no Star Wars game officially at the time, so he came up with the rules and they nailed it. Probably the best game ever in terms of Star Wars. And so they're playing these things, and everyone had cool characters. This is the thing that they're doing. And at one point, Brian, my friend, met a character who had connection to the canon characters, like knew about Luke and Vader and Obi-Wan and whatnot. And he made the mistake. This turned into a fight, not a physical fight, but a shouting. He basically said to the characters, like, and in the future, watch out for Anakin, that kind of thing, you know, and just keep an eye on your. And everyone's like, you don't know that, and it was just like they're in each other's faces, and he was like, I'm sorry, I'm so upset, like get up and storm around, and I was like, wow, you know, it's I don't know, that's role playing games, man. It just really affects us as a